The dawn of last decade saw a rising of a star in its horizon called Girish. This star since then has been shining and making millions of homes shine.
Girish offers new international quality electrical products to its clients. We are into producing modular switches, piano switches, wires, MCBs in terms of both accuracy and performance.
Hello, at Girish we continue to drive forward, offering new technology products and business methods.
At Girish, we do not believe in recruiting and retaining geniuses. In fact, we believe in creating an internal context where ordinary people can produce extraordinary results.
We liberate and challenge our people to develop and leverage their knowledge, skill, imagination and courage so that a dynamic, self-renewing company is created.
An organization that has to its credentials, providing an environment that is very congenial to its employees. An environment that is a dream of every employee. I feel privileged to be associated with Girish, which gives me a motivation to be passionate about my work.
We have a state-of-art machinery that continues to develop and manufacture a range of products that incorporates a level of technology that leaves our competitors only to wonders.
The first step in manufacturing of a switch requires a mold to be made whose designs are made with latest CAD/CAM technology of Pro E software packages. The molds for the switches and the plates are made in-house on CNC wire cut and CNC EDM machine. GE Lexan polycarbonate are fed in L&T DMAG injection molding machine. These granules are preheated to remove any traces of moisture. The DFE pump of the DMAG machine provides fast pressure and extremely dynamic flow control as well as balanced machine movements at high reproducibility and consistency. This allows the operator to set the pressure and flow characteristics as required with the dynamics and precision of servo valves. The switches and plates molds in the machine are prepared at an injection pressure of 2492 bar to ensure the durability and endurability of product. Now our outer body of switch is ready for the fixing of components. Each switch has two components, the base component and the knob component. Let's take the base component first. Silver-plated brass terminal screws are fitted with the base component of the switch. Silver-plated brass parts ensure high conductivity and heat reduction. Next follows the fitting of arc protector with the base component. The arc protector is made up of nylon 66, 30% glass filled to minimize the visibility of arc. Now comes the turn of knob component. Here we fix the plunger with the spring. The pivot is also made of nylon 66, 30% glass filled. Stainless steel spring of 304 grades is used for constant contact pressure. Besides, it is also rust-free and long-lasting. Now again, we have our base component where we fix our moving contact. The tip of moving contact is coated with 0.4 mm thickness of silver cadmium oxide. The moving contact is made up of phosphorus bronzes to ensure high conductivity and heat resistance. A coating of silicone grease is applied on moving contact to avoid friction of any sort. Finally, the base component is fixed with knob component and our switches are ready to use. These switches are subject to endurance switch test. Each switch is subject to a cycle of 20,000 tapping at a load of 7.5 ampere on a 6 ampere switch.
We believe that quality is our best assurance of customers' allegiance, our strongest defense against competition, and the only path to sustain growth and earnings.
We believe our employees, suppliers, vendors, service providers and customers have and will continue to make Girish grow, and this vision guides our philosophy. MCB or Miniature Circuit Breaker is a device that has been developed looking into safety on account of overload and short circuits in electrical distribution system. The first step in manufacturing of plastic body requires a mold to be made, whose designs are prepared with latest CAD/CAM technology of Pro-E software packages. Once the designing is through, the molds are made in-house on CNC wire cut and CNC EDM machines. Granules of arnite 30% glass filled are fed in L&T DMAG, which is an injection molding machine. This in turn gives out the plastic molds for the MCBs. This machine is capable of producing up to 1,000 pieces in just 8 hours. Now comes the sub-assembly shop. The sub-assembly of MCB are bimetal assembly and magnetic coil assembly. The magnetic coil assembly is spot welded with fixed contact. These contacts are made of silver inlaid copper, which ensure greater life and maximum safety. Silver contacts are procured from Messrs. Choksi Haros Udaipur. In case of short circuits, the high fault current energizes the magnetic coil, resulting in the plunger striking the trip lever, which ensures immediate release of braking mechanism. The bimetal is spot welded with J-clamp. In case of overload, protection is achieved with thermal bimetal strip. Now is the turn of MCB's assembly, which is also referred as open assembly. Here the fitment of sub-assembly and other mechanical parts like on and off knob, operating spring, latch assembly is made in-house friction-free. MCBs are now fitted with arc-tube assembly. The job of arc-tube assembly is to quench ionized air due to arcing at the time during breaking of contacts, so that during short circuit conditions with very high current flowing through the circuit, the contacts are exposed to a repelling magnetic field which initiates an arc and increases the resistance of the circuit. Finally, the cover is fitted on the assembly for riveting of MCBs. Each MCB is now tested for magnetic tripping test. Here the MCB is subjected to 5-in, 10-in currents. If the MCB trips within 0.1 second, then the MCBs are sure to be acceptable, otherwise not. Each riveted MCB is calibrated on fully automatic computerized thermal tripping test bench. These MCB's calibration results data are saved in computer for batch-wise dispatch monitoring. Now the printing details are given on the calibrated MCBs. The first process involves the printing of brand name, ISI mark, rating of MCB and short circuit capacity of MCB. The second process involves the printing of batch number on MCBs. This printing is carried out by single color gloss cup type pad printing machines. Finally, a manual inspection of each MCB is carried out to ensure that we have a zero defect MCB. Now our MCBs are just ready to be packaged, which too is carried out with utmost care. Endurance testing equipment carries both mechanical and electrical endurance test. which completes above 4,000 operating cycles with rated current of 240 volts.
Quality and excellence at Girish has always meant being better than the best. Better than the best allows our company to control its own destiny rather than being controlled by the destiny of its industry.
We believe that it is no longer enough to satisfy customers. It is more important to delight them. Copper for manufacturing of wires is procured from Birla, Hindalco, Sterlite and LG in form of wires. Now the double twisting machine is used to bunch the wires of required sizes. Buncher payoff have wire breaking sensor with dancer to control the wire tension. In bunching process, elongation and sizes reduction are very less. We have an extruder which is capable of giving an insulation coating of 65 mm and 80 mm. The manufacturing capacity of this extruder is about 3 lakh meters in 24 hours. Compound for coating of copper wires is procured in form of master batches from Shriram and KLJ. The granules are fed in these extruders and what comes out is a fine coating on copper wires. Now the coating that is done on copper wire is dual, which means 2 layers of insulating material are coated on copper wire. The first coating is of about 80 mm, 65 mm. This coating increases the overall tensile strength of the wire. The second coating on outer covering is about 50 mm, 45 mm. The extruder machine that is being used at our factory consists of flare payoff for high speed and non-elongating the conductors. The payoff tensioner in extruder helps to achieve uniform tension and precise diameter. It also has a highly precise capstan that helps to make cable consistent and a multipass cooling that makes the cable cool adequately. The standard OD controller beta attached to the extruder helps in maintaining the overall diameter requirement of the wire. Now comes the next stage whereby inkjet printing is done on wires. These machines work on the principle of continuous deviated inkjet to put a mark which could be a batch number, shift code, date of manufacturing, counter, etc. Now the spools of wire that we have are taken care of by our automatic coiling machine. The machine coils the wire at high speeds, cuts to the desired length and pushes out by the coil at a rate of 150 coils per hour. The wire passes through simple length counter for accurate length measurement as well as through high voltage spark tester for detecting insulating fault. The wire is neatly wound in the coil layer by layer. Once the manufacturing process is complete, the wires are thrown into a volley of tests to ensure that wires produced are that of best quality with zero defects. The first laboratory instrument in the series is tensile testing machine, which is used for testing various types of materials like rubber, plastic and electric cable. The second apparatus is the double Kelvin bridge, which is suitable for measurement of resistivity of copper and aluminium wires from 0.2 microhms to 11 ohms. The aging oven makes an assessment of change in tensile strength and elongation of material on subjecting them to accelerated aging in air. So we have seen that our wires are subjected to rigorous tests to ensure that what we get in the end are manufacturing of wire.
Business for Girish is not merely about earning profits, but a way through which it can provide its essential and valuable services to the society.